Imagine an empire that ruled 3 continents. An empire so powerful that Europe feared it for centuries. This is the story of how a small Turkish tribe became one of the greatest empires in history and how it finally collapsed. In the year 1299, in a small corner of Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, a tribal leader named Osman founded a tiny state. No one could imagine that this small beginning would grow into a superpower lasting over 600 years. This was the birth of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans started as warriors on the edge of the declining Byzantine Empire. Their biggest advantage? They were fearless fighters, deeply motivated by religion, expansion, and survival. Within decades, they began conquering nearby lands. City after city fell. But the real turning point came in 1453. One man changed history forever. Mehmed II, also called Mehmed the Conqueror. At only 21 years old, he planned the impossible, conquering the legendary city of Constantinople. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople had been the strongest city in the world. Massive walls, powerful defenses, no army had ever broken through. But Mehmed had a secret weapon, giant cannons. After weeks of brutal fighting, the walls finally collapsed. In 1453, Constantinople fell, and with it, the Byzantine Empire ended. This moment shocked Europe and marked the Ottomans as a global superpower. Constantinople became the new Ottoman capital, Istanbul. The empire reached its peak under one legendary ruler, Suleiman the Magnificent. His reign was called the Golden Age of the Ottoman Empire. Under Suleiman, the empire stretched across Europe, Asia, and Africa. It ruled over 30 million people. It controlled major trade routes between East and West. Ottoman armies marched deep into Europe. They reached the gates of Vienna, the heart of Europe. The Ottoman navy dominated the Mediterranean Sea. Their cities became centers of art, science, architecture, trade. Istanbul became one of the richest cities on earth. At this point, the Ottomans looked unstoppable. But every empire has a peak, and after the peak comes decline. After Suleiman died, things slowly changed. Future leaders were not strong leaders. Many sultans became lazy, corrupt, isolated from real problems. Instead of leading armies, they stayed inside the palace. Meanwhile, Europe was changing rapidly. Europe entered the age of exploration. New sea routes were discovered. Trade shifted away from Ottoman lands. Suddenly, the empire started losing money. At the same time, technology in Europe improved. European armies became stronger. The Industrial Revolution began. The Ottomans failed to keep up. By the 1800s, the empire was called the sick man of Europe. Inside the empire, things became worse. Different ethnic groups wanted independence. Greeks, Arabs, Balkans, Armenians. Revolts began everywhere. The empire was now too big to control, too weak to defend itself. European powers started taking Ottoman lands piece by piece. Then came the biggest disaster of all. In 1914, the Ottomans joined World War I on the side of Germany. It was a fatal mistake. The empire fought on multiple fronts: Middle East, Europe, North Africa. After years of war, they lost. By 1918, the Ottoman Empire was defeated and broken. The Allies divided its lands. After more than 600 years, the empire was gone. But the story doesn't end there. A new leader arose from the ashes, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. He led the Turkish War of Independence and created a new country. The Ottoman Empire officially ended, but its legacy still shapes the world today. One of the longest-lasting empires in history. A bridge between East and West, a superpower that ruled for 6 centuries. From a small tribe to a global empire to total collapse. History teaches us one powerful lesson: no empire lasts forever.